Hello, this is Shawnali and I am doing an interview for a lotofpages.com. The author today is Aniesha Brahma and she wrote this book, The Secret Proposal, which is published by General Press, and the book came out in September 2012. Yes, so Aniesha, tell us about yourself.
I am a master's student from Jagatpur University. I started writing from the age of 6 and I did my schooling from Dolna Day School. And I have always loved writing.
When did you realize, this call for writing, exactly? I mean, did you always want to write a book and become a publisher?
When I was younger, I used to write a lot of poems. Even when I was in my undergraduate years, anything and everything that would irritate me, annoy me, amuse me, I would write about all that. And then, masters, I started writing this book.
Yeah, how did the transition from this writing a poem to writing a full-fledged novel take place? I mean, when did you suddenly realize that you could write a novel?
Very honestly, people do not read poems that much. So I thought, well, maybe I should give it a try. Maybe I should write stories. So most of my stories were half written. But last year, December 2011, I remember going to a wedding and I remember thinking that, oh, nobody should be this bored in a wedding. Why am I so bored? Why don't I have a crush? I could have stalked him. And then everything started for Secret Proposal.
Okay, how long did it take you to complete the book?
3 months.
3 months? Oh, that's nice.
I used to write every day, December to March. Every day I would come back home and write.
That's pretty quick actually. I mean, people take almost a year to write a book and all. 3 months is really good. Wait, how did it feel like when you received your book in your hands first time? How was it?
First time I got the word, this is my book and I wrote it.
I'm sure you received fan mails. And what was your reaction when you received the first?
I have not received any fan mails, but the Facebook page, there have been people writing, this is such a cute story, this is such a lovely story. And there have been girls who have identified with the crush.
Everybody has been through the same thing as Larissa has been. I mean, I'm sure. We all had our first crushes.
And we couldn't tell them.
Yeah, exactly. And did you get any special requests from any of your readers? I mean, do you remember any particular comment that made you feel really special or gave you some inspiration or something?
Yes, there was one reader who said that I want to see more of Megan. She is better.
Megan is a really charismatic character actually. I love Megan more than Larissa actually. And talking about Megan, you are supposed to write a sequel, right? And when is it coming?
I'm still working on it. I don't know whether that is going to be my next book or not, but I'm working on it.
So we are confirmed that we are going to have Megan as a next protagonist.
Yes.
Fine. When do you think it's going to be complete? When is the book coming?
Right now, I am in my last 2 months of masters, and I have to see what I'm going to do other than write books. So hopefully by the end of this year.
Studies is taking up a lot of your time.
It is taking up a lot of my time.
And what was the most surprising thing that you learned during the writing of The Secret Proposal? Something which you weren't expecting would happen?
That I finally finished something I started.
You mentioned that you left half of, most of your books
incomplete. Yes, I did. This one, when I finished it, I thought, okay, fine. Now I have something that I can give to the publishers. Because before this, I had sent sample chapters. They sent the entire manuscript. And I was like, I have not finished it.
Oh, you write for this online non-fiction press, right? I saw some chapters there. Have you thought of becoming a full-fledged writer?
I have. That was my dream since a very young age, that I would write. I would be Enid Blyton. I would be J.K. Rowling. I would be Ruskin Bond.
And that brings us to our next question. Who is your writing idol exactly? I mean, do you have any particular person as your idol whom you really derive inspiration from?
Ruskin.
What is it about him that you love so much?
I got introduced to him at a very young age. I read The Room on the Roof and I really fell in love with Rusty. And when I discovered Ruskin Bond, he lives here. Everybody knows that. I really want to go to Mussoorie just to meet him.
Did you ever have to face a writer's block?
Yes, I did. Everybody goes through that, and I'm going through one right now.
How do you tackle it?
Read books, distract myself, listen to a lot of music, and try to write some. Well, if I'm writing one story and I'm stuck there, I try to write something else.
Or different genres?
Yes, maybe. Or maybe I skip ahead a few chapters and then work my way back. How did this incident happen?
Okay, that's nice. That's a good way. What are the books that influenced your life the most? Or you would say, what are the books that really inspired you to write The Secret Proposal?
Nicholas Sparks' books inspired me a lot because I predominantly write in the romance genre. But when I was growing up, I used to read a lot of Eric Blyton, Harry Potter. There was a time I used to read Twilight. I have read all sorts of books. So I can't pinpoint to one person, but he was one inspiration.
You say you have read a lot of books, from different genres. But why did you, decide to write a romance? There are so many romance writers in our country right now. But
Personally, I like writing in the romance genre because you can always hope for the happy ending. There's such a lot of atrocities going on.
Poetic justice thing.
Kind of.
Are there any new writers whom you think, are really good and who have caught your attention?
I read all sorts of books. Anything that catches my eye, I just read it. So I really don't spend time thinking it. Who wrote this? Why did they write this?
Is there any writer whom you think could be a potentially, good writer in the future who has really good potential to become one?
I really don't know.
Apart from your immediate family members, who are the other people in your life who have inspired you or you can say supported you during the writing process?
During the writing process, there was only one person who knew I was writing the book because she has
You
shared.
hadn't revealed it to your family?
They had no idea what I was doing. They knew that I was writing, but they didn't know that I was writing this book, this particular book. Just I was writing because the website Fiction Press, I used to send chapters there, and it was really nice. Anonymous people coming, reading your work and saying, "This is so good, please keep writing." The only person from my life who knew about it, she knew about it because she shared the same experiences. She had a crush and she could never tell me. I had a crush, I could never tell him. So that is what started the
So
writing.
is your friend's story the one which we read in the book?
Part of it, not the entire thing. It is her story, my story, and things we would have liked to happen but didn't.
It's kind of very imaginary, wish fulfillment. And is there any particular character in the book whom you identify with? Who is a lot like you?
Jasmine is a lot like me, but I actually made her a lot weaker than her. I don't know why I was trying to create a very annoying character. I had enough of tough girls. Because all the stories I had written when I was younger and I did not finish, they all had very tough teenagers. So I thought, let's try for this weak, romantic girl. Let's see where she gets to.
If suppose you are given an opportunity to rewrite some parts of your book, is there any particular portion that you would like to edit, remove or change?
How do you know people faint so many times?
Exactly, I had mentioned that in my review, right?
No, that is because actually when I wrote the first draft, the entire Durga Puja section was not there.
And the Durga Puja section was the best part of the book, really. It was fabulous. I really loved the whole description and how you brought the whole essence of the Durga Puja and how it envelops the city and all. It was really nice. What was the most difficult part during the writing of the entire book? Let's say during the entire writing and getting the book published.
The most difficult part was the ending. I had real trouble with the ending. I wanted something really big, but at the same time I didn't want something cliched. And that is the reason why they get together and they know they go their separate ways so many times. Because I couldn't decide on which would be the perfect ending. That was the hardest part.
Tell us about your publishing story. I mean, how many publishers did you submit your entries?
5 to 6 publishers. I went online, did a Google search, Indian publishing houses. There was a link that gave me all the publishing houses and their details. And General Press, I found that from the back cover of Sumit Zai's book, A Lot Like Love, A Little Like Chocolate. And I contacted them, and within 2 to 3 weeks they got back to me and said that we would like to publish your book.
So that's really quick. What book are you reading now?
What book am I reading now? Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Because I have it in my syllabus, that's why I'm reading it now.
We have it too. Tell us how Aniesha, the person, is different from Aniesha, the author.
No such difference, I'm the same person. Only when I write, I go into the alternate world where all my dreams are coming true, all the things I want I get. But the person will obviously not be so that.
And now some personal questions here. The book is about Larissa's crush. Who was your first crush? Tell us about it. Yeah, you have to.
My first crush was somebody I'd seen from a distance. It was that first, I think I replicated that in my book as well, that she used to see me from a distance. My first crush was somebody who was actually older than me. And I was somehow in awe of her. Now I wonder why.
How old are you?
I was 15.
Larissa was 13. When exactly did this transition from writing poems to a full-fledged novel take place?
I think it was during the time when I was in class 9 or 10. That is when I started shifting from poems to stories. Because I thought that stories have a much wider audience than poems do. And also I got very tired of dissecting poetry for all my English classes. So but it's not worth it. It's better to write a story people read and enjoy instead of writing a poem. And sit and wonder for hours what did the poet exactly mean.
You have mentioned that you have a muse who inspires you and whom you love forever. Who is the muse?
The muse was my ex-boyfriend. Only. But the muses can be anybody. I don't have a muse right now. I'm still looking for one. Let me know if you find one.
Sure. And the two crushes, can you know more about them?
The two crushes was when we were teenagers. Then we had two respective crushes. She could never tell a crush, apparently he is not married. And my crush, last time I saw him, he told me, why don't you write a book on my life?
How ironic is that?
I'm
sure he has no idea that he is the we. Okay, fine. Would you like to give an advice to your readers? I mean, the ones who want to be writers in the future, what would you like to tell them?
Just keep writing. Find a story you believe in and just tell the story to the world.
So that was Aniesha. I hope you enjoyed the interview. And if you haven't read the book, it's time you pick it up and read it. Bye bye.